Hello, this is Nick. I'd like to talk about CFA Level 1 derivatives. Of all the topics, this is the one that candidates are most likely to say a couple of weeks before the exam, I give up. I really can't get to grips with this topic. Please don't do that. Yes, there are a couple of tricky learning outcome statements, especially in the area of forwards and futures pricing and option pricing. But there will be lots of easy questions as well. There are going to be basic definitions. How does a call work? When do you make a profit or loss on a forward or futures contract? So even on the pricing ones, even on these trickier learning outcomes, a bit of very simple logic should get you to the right answers. So on forwards and futures, think about benefits and costs. Benefits versus costs. That's the key here. Benefits like dividends and coupons, depending on what the underlying asset is. If you have a forward or a future, you're not going to get those benefits because you don't legally own the asset yet. And therefore it makes the forward price lower. You'd rather buy the asset because you will get the dividend than buy a forward in which you won't. Costs are the other way around. If you buy a forward or futures contract, then you're going to be saving the costs of owning the underlying asset. In particular, things like storage if it's commodities, or just the interest rate cost. That's why when you're calculating forwards and futures pricing, and although you're not doing any complex calculations at level 1, you still see the formula. Interest rates will push the forward and futures price higher, and that's because it's a cost. Interest cost is a cost of holding the underlying asset, therefore forwards and futures are better. Interest rates also apply to options in a similar way to forwards and futures, especially for the call. If you've got higher interest rates, the call is worth more because the call gives you the ability to buy the asset at a later date and in the meantime keep all the money in the bank. Puts, it's the other way around because you'd rather sell an asset in order to start earning that interest. The other option factors are also pretty logical. If the underlying asset goes up, then a call increases because it's more in the money, a put decreases because it's less in the money or more out of the money. If the strike price goes up, a call is worth less, a put is worth more. Why is that? We prefer to buy at a low price, sell at a high price. So with a call, a low strike price is good because you can buy more cheaply. With a put, the more expensive strike makes the option worth more because you can sell at a higher price. Time, if you've got a 6-month option, it's generally worth more than a 3-month option, whether it's a call or a put. And volatility, think about the fluctuation of the share price. If you've got a call option, you benefit by more upside. If you've got a put option, you benefit by more downside. Therefore, higher volatility makes both types of options worth more. Please, I know this is tricky, but try to get at least the easy questions out, even if there are 1 or 2 little bits that don't quite make it on the day.